Hello, welcome to my channel, Painting with Jesus. My name is Bob Hopkins. I am your host. And today's scripture is Psalm 37. Let's see. I may read the whole thing, I guess. It's a psalm of David. Fret not yourself because of evildoers. Be not envious of wrongdoers, for they will soon fade like the grass and wither like the green herb. Trust in the Lord and do good. Dwell in the land and befriend faithfulness. Delight yourself in the Lord, and he will give you the desires of your heart. Commit your way to the Lord, trust in him, and he will act. He will bring forth your righteousness as the light, and your justice as the noonday. Be still before the Lord, and wait patiently for him. Fret not yourself over the one who prospers in his way, over the man who carries out evil devices. Refrain from anger and forsake wrath. Fret not yourself, it tends only to evil. For the evildoers will be cut off, but those who wait for the Lord shall inherit the land. In just a little while the wicked will be no more. Though you look carefully at his place, he will not be there. But the meek shall inherit the land, and delight themselves in abundant peace. The wicked plots against the righteous, and gnashes his teeth at him. But the Lord laughs at the wicked, for he sees that his day is coming. The wicked draw the sword and bend their bows, to bring down the poor and needy, to slay those whose way is upright. Their sword shall enter their own heart, and their bows shall be broken. Better is the little that the righteous has than the abundance of many wicked. For the arms of the wicked shall be broken, but the Lord upholds the righteous. The Lord knows the way of the blameless, and their heritage will remain forever. They are not put to shame in evil times. In the days of famine they have abundance. But the wicked will perish. The enemies of the Lord are like the glory of the pastures. They vanish like smoke. They vanish away. The wicked borrows, but does not pay back. But the righteous is generous and gives. For those blessed by the Lord shall inherit the land, but those cursed by him shall be cut off. The steps of a man are established by the Lord when he delights in his way. Though he fall, he shall not be cast headlong, for the Lord upholds his hand. I have been young, and now am old, yet I have not seen the righteous forsaken, or his children begging for bread. He is ever lending generously, and his children become a blessing. Turn away from evil and do good, so shall you dwell forever. For the Lord loves justice. He will not forsake his saints. They are preserved forever, but the children of the wicked shall be cut off. The righteous shall inherit the land and dwell upon it forever. The mouth of the righteous utters wisdom, and his tongue speaks justice. The law of his God is in his heart. His steps do not slip. The wicked watches for the righteous and seeks to put him to death. The Lord will not abandon him to his power, or let him be condemned when he is brought to trial. Wait for the Lord and keep his way, and he will exalt you to inherit the land. You will look on when the wicked are cut off. I have seen a wicked, ruthless man spreading himself like a green laurel tree, but he passed away, and behold, he was no more. Though I sought him, he could not be found. Mark the blameless and behold the upright, for there is a future for the man of peace, but transgressors shall be altogether destroyed. The future of the wicked shall be cut off. The salvation of the righteous is from the Lord. He is their stronghold in the time of trouble. The Lord helps them and delivers them. He delivers them from the wicked and saves them because they take refuge in him. And that is today's reading. And this is where we left off in our Artful Hymns sketchbook. And yes, I have worked on it. I have not posted in a while because life has gotten in the way, but I continued. And so after this, if you remember, we did this, and then I painted this. So let's start at the beginning of the verse. My Jesus, as thou wilt, when death itself draws nigh, to thy dear wounded side I would for refuge fly, leaning on thee to go where thou before hast gone. The rest, as thou shalt please, my Lord, thy will be done. And then it continues, my Jesus, as thou wilt. This came out awesome, I think, and the clouds look 3D almost up there. My Jesus, as thou wilt, all shall be well for me. And I feel like I have to explain this picture here. This is Julian of Norwich over in England. She's dressed as a nun, but she wasn't really a nun. She's what they call an anchoress, which I'll tell you her story. My wife thinks it's weird, but I'll tell you. She was young. She contracted the disease, the Black Plague, supposedly. But she survived. She was like 38, I think. And when she survived, they had already pronounced her dead, but she lived. When she came to, she told everybody that the Lord Jesus had revealed himself to her 16 times while she was ill. And that's why she was healed. And so they placed her in a room at the church. See that this brown here represents the church. They placed her in a room which they call a cell, and they actually bricked up the door so she couldn't get out and no one could get in. Yeah. It's like being a hermit for the Lord type situation, but she is called an anchoress. And of course, she has this cat. Of course, I like cats, so that's what was attracting me here. She has this cat, or she makes friends with the strays. And this here is while she's locked in her cell. See, she's got her blanket about her. She's locked in her cell. And she is contemplating a hazelnut. Yes, you heard that correctly. She's contemplating a hazelnut. And what she discovers is that God is in and takes care of all the small things, all the small details. And if God takes care of the small things in the world, of course he's going to take care of the big things, right? And this here represents the window to her cell. She like I said, she's called an anchoress. Or if you're a male, men do this too. They're called an anchorite. And so an anchoress sometimes has 1, 2, or 3 windows. There's only one positioned here. And this gold light coming through represents God's love coming through the window to her. Now, she wrote a book called The Revelations of the Divine Love. And she wrote another book called The Short Script, and she wrote a third book called The Long Script. And this here, all shall be well, goes with our line, all shall be well for me. That's the only reason why I included her in here. But all shall be well. She wrote a poem, or she had a saying, and it always went like this: all shall be well, and all shall be well, and all manner of things shall be well. Like my wife said, it's weird. My wife didn't understand, but all shall be well for me. I thought that went well. Haha, no pun intended. And so, my Jesus, as thou wilt, all shall be well for me. Each changing future scene, birth, college, marriage, death. Each changing future scene, I gladly trust with thee. So that, to me, that's trusting your life with Jesus. Thus, in other words, because of this, to my home above, which is houses on a cloud, I thought that was appropriate, I travel calmly on. There's the modern path and the ancient path of faith, and the way everyone's going today, but the ancient path is the one to follow. And so we only have 2 more pictures, and this hymn is done. And then we can go on to the next one. So it's really rather exciting here. And so the next line, I travel calmly on. Uh-oh, I forgot what the next line was. So I have to look in my book here. Let's see if I can find it. And sing in life or death, my Lord, thy will be done. So this page, what we're going to do today is and sing in life or death. And let me get I was going to use the Caran D'Ache crayons for this. There we go. All right, and so, because this was done with crayon, so I thought I'd do the Caran D'Ache crayon, do like a water soluble. It's water soluble. Look, the crayons turn into paint. If you remember. And so, and sing in life or death. That reminds me of praise. So I thought of doing an abstract. Well, that was a little too much there, wasn't it? Of someone praising. So this has to be 2, 3, 4, and a thumb. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a thumb. Oh, he's got a boo-boo. It's swollen. Anyway, and so I'm going to do like an abstract praise. Picture. And so we keep him this color. Yes, it was an interesting week last week, wasn't it? And then we had all that snow. Oh my goodness. And we had more snow. If we get any more snow, I don't know where we're going to put it. All right, that should do. And let me see. I was thinking of just doing like an abstract thing in the background. Let me see. Maybe put some red in. Maybe it turns to orange over here. I mean, we can't have it all like stripes, right? Put some dark colors in. Like maybe there's something like that. With a dark blue. Tends to get stripy after all, I guess. And, yeah, we must have, I don't know how much snow we got. And then what color? Something light. Maybe this color here. Go orange, I guess, here. I have to bring that closer to the hand. See, and it's almost the same, but it's darker on the other side, which is kind of interesting, I think. Maybe I'll put a a brown down here. Nope, I used that color already. This one. I'll fill that whole space up with this color. So this is a rather easy picture to do. I'm kind of excited about the new hymn I have chosen. It's a long one. It's got 8 verses. This hymn had 7 verses. And I'm surprised I did all 7. Oh, and Sunday, this last Sunday here on the 22nd of February, the 100-day project started. I did it last year, but I confess I didn't do 100 days. I only did 46. It got too much for me. I was surprised by that. But when painting something 100 days in a row, it can get overwhelming. And then this year I found out it's best to choose a small subject. And I was like, well, maybe that's the thing, because I did 100 days with Jesus, and I only did 46 days. I'm thinking maybe I could finish it and say I did it all this year, but that wouldn't be right, would it? I would know. And so I just stopped last year after 46 days. Because, life tends to get in the way, like it did for me last week, which is why I didn't post anything. And so if something happens while you're doing the 100-day project, I mean, what do? You're supposed to do it once a day, one painting every day. And one painting every day for 100 days. And it's like, okay, if something happens, you're going to fall behind. If you don't get into if you don't have a chance to get into the art room at all. See, like that right there wasn't good. And so I'm shying away from it this year. I was kind of nervous about it last year because I thought I had the time. But apparently I didn't. Well, for 46 days I did, right? Okay, and when this dries, I have a... oh, it's mixing. It's mixing. Interestingly, I'm getting some kind of a purpley color. See, I'm not being too particular. about this. What happens, happens. Okay, and that's too much water there, but that takes the yellow away, so all right. Don't like that green there, but that's okay. I don't think I can change it. I'm not going to try. So, the words were, what were the words? Well, so I'm going to take sepia and write, well, I'm going to have to wait for that to dry, ain't I? I can't do that. I was going to write praise there, and that's got to be something, a different color that's bothering me. It's bothering me. I'll use pink. I dip the end of the crayon in water, and so it should spread better. I'll use pink. There, that's better. That was salmon pink. But still, I think I should have gone darker, because it sort of blends and you can't make out the... So, a darker color would be... use a darker red. Maybe. So I dip the tip and see what happens. Oh, a darker pink. It makes a darker pink. Okay. Yes. That's better. Whoops. I hit the camera. And so I'm going to try, wet the tip, and maybe I can spell praise here. I don't know if you're seeing that at all. I'll bring it down. P. R. More water. P-R-A. I. S. E. I think that needs to be darker. Ah, I do have a black. Okay. Because that's... P-R-A, see the I, the S, the E, There. That looks better. Now, I have to look at my words again. And sing in life or death. Okay. So I put and. Maybe I can continue to wet it. And sing. In life or death. Uh-oh. And sing in life or death. Oh, gotta wet it one more time. And sing in life or death. There, and it's all done in crayon. Don't know if I should outline that. I think I will. See, and then I could go. Uh-oh. Gotta clean the tip off. Because I think that's what's happening. It collects the wax from the crayon. 2, 3, 4. And there's 1, 2, 3. Whoops, almost spilt my drink. And there it is. Praise, travel calmly on and sing in life or death. And then the next page will be, my Lord, thy will be done. That's what we'll be singing, my Lord, thy will be done, because it's God's will. So I hope you've been enjoying this trip on with this hymn, which is My Jesus as Thou Wilt. I can on the last one I'll start it from the beginning and go through the whole thing. And then so the next video I do will be My Jesus as Thou Wilt, and then we'll start the new hymn after that, if life doesn't get in the way. Which is interesting, isn't it? I feel like I need to make that more More so. Anyway, so there you are. Hopefully you're traveling down the ancient path, and cast your care upon Jesus, for he cares for